Hey, hey, hey. How's it going, everybody? Hello to Jesse, Imperialis, Satoru, and Rob Honecker. No idea who that guy is. Okay, folks, so this is Master of Magic, the remake of the classic title by Simtex. And the remake's done by MuHa. Now, MuHa are famous, I guess, for doing the Thea games, Thea 1 and 2. And I haven't really played Thea 2 very much, I'll be honest with you. I didn't really like the combat in that game, but I thought Thea 1 was an excellent game. So I'm interested to see what they've done with Master of Magic here. I haven't really looked at any of the... I don't really know very much about this at all, other than a little bit about what Rob's told me, and I watched about 10 minutes of his Let's Play. But other than that, I'm going into this blind, which is good because... to say that I know Master of Magic well isn't quite true. It's mostly Caster of Magic that I've played, which I played Master of Magic a bit, and I just don't like it compared to Caster of Magic. I think Caster of Magic is a much better game, but I think Master of Magic in general is just a good game. I mean, even the base game is pretty good. I watched a little bit of Daz Tactic doing some video on it, and he was saying that he thinks it's a lot simpler than Age of Wonders. Now, if that's true, and he was talking about this version here, then I don't know. I don't think Master of Magic is simpler than I don't know. I suppose it depends on which Age of Wonders you mean, but I think Master of Magic is one of those games that looks kind of simple until you play it a lot, and then you realise it's got a lot of depth. So it's not even that simple in its mechanics, to be honest, because the combat mechanics in Master of Magic are actually quite complex. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know if they've streamlined this version so that it's a lot easier. Anyway. So I'm going into this blind, and yeah, you're going to be seeing my first reactions to what's going on. I really like this artwork, by the way. This is really cool. This is just what I was expecting from this. Ban that Rob guy. No, I probably shouldn't do that. Okay, so yeah, I think I should probably start. Editor. What does this do? Okay, so we've got a game editor in here as well. Okay, I don't think we're supposed to show that off, so let's just get out of that. So, okay, we can only play as certain characters in this so far. Okay, do I want to play it on easy? I probably do for the first time. So we've got 12 wizard picks. These are the spell points and the traits that you get, the retorts. They've changed the name to traits, but... originally they were called retorts, which I thought was a really strange use of language. 160 starting gold, AI skill is on beginner. I wonder what this does then. How well the computer control players will make use of their available resources and how smart they will behave during battles. Let's just turn that up a little bit. Number of AI wizards, 3. Neutral armies, beginner. Yeah, neutral armies are really annoying in the original game. So they serve a purpose though, right? So I've seen people talk about these and go, "Oh, I hate neutral armies." And I think we did a podcast on barbarians, on how different games kind of handle this particular game design issue. The whole point of barbarians and neutral armies and things like that in Civ, the original Civ, was so that it prevented you just city spamming at the start of the game. That's the whole point of them. Yeah, I suppose there's some sort of historical accuracy to it as well, but as a game mechanic, that's what it was for. And it's the same in Master of Magic. They're there to stop you from just city spamming and then not guarding your cities. So you don't want to leave these off. They're really important because it will stop the AI from city spamming, basically. It will stop you from city spamming as well. And if you city spam in this, unhindered, it kind of makes the game quite easy, at least in the base game. Lair defense is something different. Magic intensity... Why is this on weak? That's really strange. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to put it on normal. Special events... updated and new events. Okay, let's leave all that on. Okay, so we get the choice of 3 characters here. We've got Merlin, we've got Shari, and we have Sisra. So Sisra is a draconian warlock. He's chaos and life magic. I guess you can't edit these guys yet. No. So I'm assuming that that's something that they're going to bring into the, you know, when the full version of the game comes out, because these characters, they come pre-selected with a bunch of magic books, but they also, you should be able to kind of edit them as well. I'm just interested to see if that's something. Yeah, there's no settings for it, so I assume that's just something that's coming later. Who was it we were allowed to play as again? Let me just have a look at that. High Elves as Shari. That's a weird choice. Halflings as Merlin, okay, and Draconians as Cicero. That makes sense. I don't know why Shari would be with High Elves. I would have thought she would be Orcs. But anyway, let's go for new game anyway. Yeah, let's go with Merlin and the Halflings. I know that Daz absolutely hates Halflings, so I'm going to play Halflings. By the way, guys, can you tell me, is the background music too loud, or does that sound okay? Oh, Rob played as Cicero already, so play the other two. Well, I'm not going to play both of them. If I can make it through one game of this, I'll be impressed. Right, music is okay on my end. Okay, sounds perfect. Good. It's a little bit loud in my ears, but let me just drop it down a little bit. There we go. Okay, I'm going to play with Merlin then. So Merlin gets, what's that, 5 books of magic, life books, 5 nature books. So the way Master of Magic works is that your character build is a mix of your wizard, as the retort that you take, or the trait that you take. Then you've got the spell books in combination, and then the race of creature that you try, right? So that you pick. So they're all different. Now halflings are kind of weak. Okay, these are the spells. So when you pick, like, the amount of books that you pick basically tells you which number of each level of spell that you're guaranteed to get. Okay, and it's not like, for example, here we've got 4 out of 4. Now I don't know how that works in this one, but at least in the base game, in the original game, the number of books that you pick gives you guaranteed certain spells at the start, and then the rest you get up to a certain number. So for example, this is going to guarantee we get Bless, Endurance, Holy Weapon and Healing, which are all pretty good spells actually. I do like Just Cause though. Yeah, it looks like the spells are the same. That's pretty cool. Okay, so anyway, Imperialis, nature, life is a good combo. Yeah, it is. The problem is that 5 in each is not really, I don't know. It's kind of like it's not deep enough for my liking. You're going to end up with only a couple of rares, I think. I don't know how it works in base game, but at least in Caster of Magic, if you have 5 books, I think you only get a couple of rare spells, and these are the really strong ones, right? Like really strong. Life magic is all about buffing your heroes, really. It's all about buffing units for the most part, and then nature is kind of a mix. So nature has a mix of sort of direct attack spells, buffs, and summons as well. Okay, let's get on. So I'm just going to leave this pretty much as it is. I don't want to mess around with it too much. I do like Just Cause, which I do like Holy Weapon. I think I'm going to take Just Cause. And then, yeah, I'm going to take Holy Arm over Death. Okay, with Nature, let's get Warbears, because Warbears is really good, and probably Web. Now, I'm playing this on the assumption that the spells are similar to the ones in Master of Magic base game. Imperialis is saying, yeah, it does hurt in the late game. Yeah, it really does. So, yeah, you kind of want to pick these kind of carefully. The whole build of this game is carefully picking what you're going to do, right? So one of the big complaints about Master of Magic in general is that in order to get good at it, you've got to play it a lot, because you really need to know what spells stack up well with others, and there are some really overpowered combinations that you can come out with. I'm kind of interested to see how MuHa have dealt with this, because Caster of Magic removes some spells, some of the ones that are redundant, and then others that were just completely overpowered or broken or just didn't work in some way. He kind of changed them and replaced them with other things, so that each spell book better served, you know, the other spells around them. And Cast is amazing in that respect, but I don't know. I think this game's probably based off Master Magic. I think Cerevi might have had something to do with this one. Anyway, so we get the pick of the halflings. Look, these got. Yeah, they can't build armors guilds, stables, shipyards, universities. They got some big building restrictions actually. I remember that their slingers are pretty good. Yeah, they got the slinger unit. The slinger unit's really strong. Halfling slingers are really, really good, especially if you're buffed with life magic. They get -1 melee attack, +2 resistance, and lucky for units set for constructs. So, yeah, it's a lucky thing. That, by the way, for those of you who are Daz Tactic fans as well, Daz hates halflings, and it's because of this trait. And Lucky and Age of Wonders came from this game as well. Although Daz says he doesn't seem to mind them in this one so much. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, so Rob's saying... Yeah, Rob's actually doing a podcast tonight with Tortuga Power, H for Havoc and Perun, and himself. And they're going to be talking about Terra Invicta. Yeah, I'm interested to listen to that actually, because I've kind of avoided Terra Invicta a little bit. I think it's one of those games that I think you need to play, because I tried to watch other people playing it and it just looks really boring. But then again, I suppose if you just watch someone play something like EU4, you know, and you didn't know anything about it, it'd probably look really boring as well. So, okay, so what do we got here? Okay, we got a swordsman and settlers. Okay, we don't want to move those together. Now, okay. What do we got here? How do we unselect all of them? There we are. What is it trying to tell me it's moving here? Okay, that's better. Scroll with what? Middle mouse button? Okay, there we go. Where's my surveyor? How do you do this? Wizard info. Cities, armies, magic, diplomacy, game option. Okay, so there's no surveyor tool. Mana, food, alright. Okay, we're just going to have to figure this out then. Tab. Rob's saying tab. No. Oh, there we are. Okay, here's the surveyor. Okay, so that's Fallen Temple. Mysterious Cave. Alright, so these are basically dungeons for you to explore. Unsuitable sound type. Mysterious Cave. Let's just scroll out a little bit. Oh, it's middle mouse button, isn't it? It looks nice. I'll give it that. So let's get the halflings moving out this way. Now these are halfling swordsmen. Right click to move. Okay, I'm gonna have to speed that animation speed up. Tile is occupied. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. There shouldn't be any wandering monsters at the start of the game, so we should be able to explore with our settlers. Oh, we can move again. Oh no, we can't. How do we cancel that? No. Oops. This control system's really weird. Don't know what I'm doing. Okay, we've also got our main town. This is Mayan Shire. What do we got? Farmers, workers, and rebels. Hang on. Okay. So this is a... Alright, this is different. So what's going on here then? So we're producing food and we're consuming 8 and we're consuming 4. So that's, we want less then. What's this telling me to do? Add... Each 2 surplus is turned to 1 gold. Yeah, that's standard. How do we remove farmers? Do we just... Oh yeah, we just click on the worker. Okay. So instead of like the graphical representation, you've now got this... not sure what I think about that. So yeah, let's get more workers because we don't need all this excess food. And yeah, we want to be building housing at the start of the game. Where are we? Yeah, just close that. So we'll just leave that. Pick research. Okay. Sprites, earth to mud, water walking, holy weapon, endurance, true light, or bless. Hang on. Do you still get... You're negative now. Hang on. Have a look. No, 5 produced, 4 consumed. Shouldn't be negative. Anyone know if it's possible? Kale's saying, anyone know if it's possible to acquire more books in play? Yes, you can. In the original, you can. Oh, Rob's saying not in this one. All right then. On food production, up top food icon. Ah, right. Okay, so this isn't. So this indicator here is not telling you. So what's this consumption here then? It's saying 8 produced, 4 consumed. Oh, Rob's saying no. You can't, I'm saying you can't make strategy movement faster. This is just city production. All right. Yeah, that's useless though. I want if they're gonna have like an indicator here, I want to know exactly what all of it is consuming. That's stupid. Okay. Anyway, so pick research. What do we want? Bless probably. And how do we? No, that's cities. Which one's this? Armies, magic. Okay, so we want to put loads of. We want mana at the start of the game, and we probably casting skill. Research is kind of useless at the start, I'd say. Yeah, so we want to build up a pool of mana. Also, have we got? Hang on, magic. Where's your spell book? Spells. Here we are. Holy armor, wall of stone, resist magic spirit. Let's get a magic spirit out, and that should go up next turn. Now, casting skill. We have. Okay, we've got 20 casting skill. So what this means is every turn you can actually use 20 points, 20 casting skill, and you need, if you put it into casting skill, this will gradually increase every turn. Kale saying, I get the important. Oh, Rob's saying you can acquire new books. Yeah, I thought it would be weird if they took that out. Otis saying important number is the top icon food. Kale saying, I get the impression a lot of tooltips and such aren't in the game yet. Hopefully they will be by release. Yeah, maybe. Like, I don't know. Like, one thing I liked about the original game was that it was one of the first games that had tooltips, but there weren't these kind of hover over tooltips. You hit a button and they came up, which I really like. I like that because I don't like it when tooltips get in the way. It kind of annoys me. Okay, so let's end the turn. Okay, right. And let's carry on exploring, so... Okay. Yeah, so lots of these layers around. It seems to be more than in the base game. Let's get this magic spirit and we'll send this off the other direction. Can you move more? No. Okay. Now we might be able to get a city in one of these. Was it tab again? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we're still too close. 2, 3, 4. Getting used to the hex. It's going to take me a while to get used to hexes in this game, I've got to tell you. Okay. Now, why are we so slow with the mana in production? Hold on. Yeah, we should be going up into mana. 7. Yeah, I think I'd rather have mana early than casting skill even. Okay. We can have a maximum population, 21 there, 23. Let's just move these guys down. 22 with a 12% production bonus. 26. This is a nice place for a city. Let's get this guy out and just see what we can find. We still want to be going with housing, I think. Just keep going with housing. Rob saying, I haven't quite figured out mana production and I think the tooltip is incorrect. Yeah, so, right. The way that I'm just assuming that it is basically the same as the first game. You have a certain amount of mana that is produced every turn, and this is your kind of overall spell points that you have, your power, I guess. This is the overall power, right? And the power is then, you then split it between increasing mana increasing your mana reserves into research and into casting skill. Now, all of these have buildings, or well, at least in Castor, you get buildings for each of these. So, for example, there's a building that helps you with research. There's one that gives you casting skill later, I think. And then it's the wizard towers, and then there's one that helps mana as well. Now, so at first, you kind of want to get as much mana as possible because you want to be exploring, and that means you want to be getting guardian things out. Now, if you've got like an AI near to you as well, you probably want to be summoning stuff too. But at least at the start of the game, you don't want to be going. Research is less important than exploration. Eventually, then you want to be switching into research. Might just get a little bit of research going, and then casting skill is also important because you want to be raising the amount of spell points that you can cast every turn. But I think mana is probably a little bit more important at the start of the game, to be honest. Yeah, something like that. Okay, let's just end the turn there. Let's see what we got. Now, by the way, putting a city near these, I don't know if in this game if it does the same, but they can get attacked. So, but really, this is a good place. Although it might be sharing tiles with this one. 1, 2. No, it doesn't. All right, okay, that's weird. I wonder if they've changed that. You can transmute gold to mana also. Yes, and vice versa. So let's try and put it here. This looks like you want to kind of get them as close to one another as possible. So how do we make this city? There we go. Build the outpost. Oh, do settlers build roads as well? Interesting. That's interesting. Okay, let's get these guys. And just this thing. Okay, we've got more land up this way. Let's go to, oh no, it's not magic. It's this button here, C for spells. Okay, and we want to get more magic spirits up. There we go. And then the turn. I offer you a magic spirit. They are great scouts. Yeah, okay. Hang on. They may meld with it and provide power for you. That's the guardian spirit, isn't it? I wonder if they've taken the guardian spirit out and just replaced it just with one. Would make sense. If that's the case, I wonder what they've replaced the guardian spirit spell with. Be interested to see, actually. Okay, let's go towards this other landmass to see what's up here. I don't like it how you've constantly got this movement thing. Like, I want to get rid of that. That shouldn't be there once I've played all my moves. Okay, there we go. So this is just that halfling town that's gone up. Where's our growth? Where does it tell us? Oh, there we are. So population. So it's going up by 227. So we can actually probably change this now to something. Oh, do you not start with the sawmill? Okay, that's interesting. I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Take it off. Yeah, I probably want this first, or the granary, if we can get the granary. Is there a granary? No granary? Okay, that's bizarre. Maybe they've removed it. Marketplace is also good, so go for the marketplace first. Oops. Yeah, we don't want these guys to move. Let's just keep them here, I think. So how do we guard? There we are, G. Let's get this guardian spirit going down south. Otis says you may have granaries already. Okay, maybe you start with that one. Okay, we got another magic spirit. Let's get these halflings up this way. As you can see, these ground units are really not that good for exploring. We need to kind of get our cities guarded as well pretty soon, because if it's anything like the first game, it gives you a bit of a grace period. I think it's 20 turns before the neutral armies start wandering around. I've got a little island here, look. So what do I think so far? I think, yeah, the UI is going to take a bit of getting used to. There's a bit some odd options, some odd choices. I don't like this at all. I wish that wasn't there. I think it looks nice. You have to expect this from MuHa. MuHa make really, really lovely looking games. There is no denying it. I really do like the graphics, actually. I think it's really cool. I miss the animations from the first game, though. You know, the wizard animations. Like when you're summoning stuff, you have this really, really cool animation of the whichever wizard it was, actually kind of summoning it through this, through a mirror or out of a pool. I can't remember which it is. What's this? Wild game provides +2 food. Okay, that's new. Oh, where are you going? No. Right. Okay. So I've found something I don't like in this game, and it's the way that the movement works. Like I actually was just clicking, then thinking I was moving something else, and then it actually moved the second unit, like without me asking. I think you just have to hit left click to get rid of it, but it's going to take a bit of getting used to. Some caves are mere shelter from the elements, but some may hide a beast lair or even a treasure trove. Okay. Alright, giant spiders, war bears. Yeah, this is way too much. Okay, so at least we were able to scout that and see what's in it. And that's quite a strong army for the start of the game. Yeah, Rob's saying I've probably already got a granary. Let's just have a look to see what we've got. See what... Okay, here's another thing about the original game, right? You can see all the buildings. So, like, you can just tell at a glance what you've got. Everything will be way too much on normal difficulty. Blue tab. Okay, right. I see. Is there a hotkey for this? So we've got the barracks, the smithy. Yeah, okay, so it was a smithy I was mistaking the sawmill for. So you do start with that. Builder's hall, granary, and a fortress. Okay. I'm actually losing money now. So, yeah, we want to get this marketplace up kind of fast. Now, I think what I'm going to do now is I've probably got enough I've got enough magic spirits, so let's start moving over to leveling it out a little bit. Yeah, you can lock them here as well, okay. Rob says that should be the default, and they should look different for each race. Okay, so is that for the buildings? Okay. Okay, we got a hero. Shuri the Huntress. Okay. Yes, we definitely want a hero. Just gonna keep exploring with those guys. I think what I'm going to do is I'm eventually going to bring these guys back, these halflings, because you don't really want them. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring them back now, actually. And then we're just going to explore with these spirits. Yeah, so this is a little bit of UI feedback, right? When I've moved here, there's no indication now that I've actually finished my moves, other than this, right? So if you're going to have this kind of constant thing moving around, I suggest you disable it once you've made all your moves, because otherwise you just get this situation here, look, where you're kind of clicking on stuff and not really like, I don't really want him to move that way now. Outpost expanded. Okay, so this is higher length veil. I think they've come up with some better names than this than the old I think they were like old British town names and stuff in the original game. Right, okay, so this place definitely just wants to be on housing for the time being. As soon as we can, though, we really want to get up a smithy. In fact, that might be worth rush building if we can afford it. No, because we've only got 13 gold. Okay, that's because we built that hero. Okay, so we're upkeeping on 3 units at the moment, magic units, which is why we're not making any mana. Let's just go back into my magic. Remove your casting skill, invest power points into casting skill improvement, red vial. Once this fills up, you will gain +1. God, this is really slow. I wonder if this must be changed from the original game, because it wasn't that slow. Okay, move army. So what we got here? This is Shuri the Huntress. Let's just keep her here, because she should give me more power if I keep her in the city. We don't need her anywhere at the moment. Okay, halflings, get your asses back here. No, not you. And we'll get these spirits. What's this? Gems. Okay, that'll be a good place for a city. We probably should start thinking about getting out a settler pretty quick. Why is this taking 8 turns? Okay, that's better. 7 turns is still way too long. So yeah, this yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting that to be a lot quicker. Let's just go to build. I think we're going to switch this, and we'll probably get a settler out. Mind you, that's 6 turns. Looks like they've slowed down the building speed in the game, unless I'm just doing something really wrong. Yeah, you see, getting this out would be good. I really need money though. Maybe they're trying to slow down the start of the game. Either that or I'm just being dumb somehow. I'm pretty sure I remember the expansion being a lot quicker. I just want you to guard. Okay, what we got here? Fallen temples, skeletons, and ghouls. Okay, that's easy. So, oh, what have we got here? What does this mean? Oh, it's a nature node. Okay. Yeah, I really need settlers. But they're taking such a long time to come out. Let me have a look at this. Is there no way we can make this quicker? I don't think so. Okay, spell researched, bless. Ah, come on, I want to see some animation. I want to see an animated character summoning stuff. Come on, MuHa, stop being lazy. Okay. Pick research. Water walking is a good spell. Wow, 64 turns though. Let's go with Holy Weapon. Yeah, those guys are moving on their own. Let's go and see what's in here. Naga, Phantom Warriors. Nagas and Phantom Warriors, okay. I like how that doesn't end your turn anymore. At least I think in the original Master of Magic it ended your turn when you did that. Fire Giants, yeah, that's deadly. Don't want to go anywhere near that for a while. Let's see how this one's coming along. I think probably what I needed to do was just build more houses here. I think that's part of the reason why it's taking such a long time. I probably should have gone for the sawmill first, but I'm just going to go. I'm going to keep up with the market now because I'm committed. Let's just explore this landmass, see what we've got around here. Okay, just keep exploring. The map looks pretty big, I'll give it that. Let's see if we can find the boundaries of this. Does the map... Oh no, okay, so that's interesting. This is another change from the base game. So in the base game, the world actually wraps around left to right, but it doesn't seem to do it in this one. Interesting. unless there's some way of just travelling from this end and then turning here, that's going to really change how the game plays, actually. It's really going to change how the game plays, because it basically means if you start in a corner, you're going to be able to defend a lot easier. Yes. What have we got here? Fire elementals. Yeah, so when Daz was saying that he thinks this game's a lot simpler than, or not a lot, but he said it was a simpler game than Age of Wonders, I wonder what he meant, because does he mean in the, like, overall game mechanics? Or I'm wondering whether he means, like, just in general, because, I mean, like, you know, like, just one aspect of it. Because Age of Wonders definitely got quite a good combat system. It's definitely much better fleshed out than Master of Magic. But I actually really like the combat in Master of Magic. Like, one thing that stops me playing Age of Wonders is once I've done a couple of the tactical battles, which can take ages, I've about had enough. I'm kind of done with the game after that. Skeletons and ghouls. Yeah, this is another relatively easy one once we've got enough, what's the word, production to actually be able to get out a decent army. That would be nice. Okay, we're just going to carry on moving out this way. See what we got here. Oh, it's the same one. Whoops. Yeah, one thing that's not changed from... no, I don't want you to move there. One thing that's not changed from this is the start of the game is quite slow. But, you know, this is that explore part of the game that everyone likes so much. It just goes to show you as well how good the game mechanics in the original Master of Magic are, that you can basically give it a new paint job and it still holds up today, you know. Like, I think when you're looking at the Simtex games, obviously Master of Orion, both Master of Orion 1 and 2 seem to take up all the, you know, they get all the accolades and the praise, and people kind of forget about Master of Magic because it just... This is one thing about releasing a game in a bit of a shoddy state. It will forever tarnish the game, right? So Master of Magic apparently released in quite a shoddy state. And I mean, look, it wasn't until the fan patches actually fixed the game that Master of Magic was, you know, kind of fun, really, because it was just so wrecked. The AI just did not work. It did not play the game at all. So you could... Like, the reason why I stopped playing the original base game of Master of Magic was just because the AI didn't really do much, and it was so easy to roll over the AI once you'd learned a few of the kind of base tactics. You really had to put the difficulty up, you know, the artificial difficulty levels. Ah, Dasborough. Dasborough. That's a good name. Now, if they've done this because of Daz tactic, which maybe they've not, but if they had, the best way to do this, if you really want to wind them up, is to fill it full of halflings, just like Lucid did in Lucid's Atlas map. For anybody who doesn't know, right? Lucid Tactics, who was a Dominions player, he made this beautiful map called Lucid's Atlas for Dominions 5, and he put a load of his, you know, kind of people famous from the community, like different tiles on the map were kind of like named after different people. And he basically created, I can't remember what the name of the province was, but he made a province that was kind of based around Daz tactic, and it might be called something like this, like Dasborough or something, a Dasburg. But the province defense was a bunch of halflings, and then a big two-headed ogre, which I assume was supposed to be Daz. The fact that he filled it full of halflings, that just really made me laugh, because Daz loves halflings in these games. Right, I honestly, I kind of feel like I'm just sort of exploring and not much is going on, so let's just figure out what's actually going on in our hometown now. Alright, it's just gone into building housing, and I somehow missed the fact that it built the... Yeah, we need to get this up to like 1500 pretty quick. So I'm just, before I build anything else... Now, as a veteran caster of Magic player, my alarm bells are going off because I'm just like, wow, we're on turn 27 and I'm not seeing any enemies yet. That's really, really odd. What about this place? Okay, we're still building the smithy. Let's just buy that because that's going to be 26 turns otherwise. What do we got here? Doom bats. Good lord. Doom bats are very, very, very strong. They're kind of like quite a high tier monster. Okay, we're starting to get an idea of what's going on with the game. Have we got a map? Have we got an over? Oh, here we are. It's a mirror plane. Is that as far as I can scroll out? Okay. I kind of missed the I missed the big map screen that you used to get. I like that. I don't know if that's in here somewhere. Maybe not. That's just a surveyor mode. That's a mirror plane, which we won't see because there'll be nothing there yet. Okay, what was actually in here? Oh, this is a barbarian town. We probably want to take this because halflings suck. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, they're lizard men as well. So the tactic with halflings, right, is you want to use these guys to grow your food because they've got a food growing bonus. At least they used to in the old game. Now, so halflings, what you want to do is you want to get some base. You want to get like a core group of food production cities in your you know, for feeding the rest of your empire. But as soon as possible, you want to take over a better race, basically, because halflings absolutely suck. They're really, really not very good. Barbarians would do the job. Okay, let's just end the turn. Yeah, these maps are massive, by the way. Okay, Towering Keep. Okay, that just gave us 10 mana. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, we've got extra food here. So, like, I can tell we're actually starting to get... Oh, there we go, look. So, here's why I missed these... I missed it, because it's just coming up here. The, when you know, the notifications that something's happened. So you've got to keep an eye on that, I guess. Again, I'd probably prefer it if it just popped up and said, hey, you built a marketplace, or you built a smithy, because then I can see it. Especially when I'm talking. Okay, housing. Yeah, these still need to be building housing. We're actually going to build housing a lot quicker there now, and we can probably divert some of these people into workers. Now, let's just go back to that other place. Yeah, we want... That's better. Okay, let's get these guys working. So, how has that not changed it? Oh, it did. It just by a really minuscule amount. Yeah, I kind of need to get another settler up. How long is it going to take if I do that? 6 turns. Yeah, let's do that. We need to get that up quick. I want to just check my magic. Okay, so casting skill's gone up to 21. Yeah, I really, that's where I need to be at now. Casting skill. Try and move. You want, generally speaking, you want as much casting skill as quickly as possible when you're playing this. When you're playing Master of Magic, at least. Who's this? Tlaloc. Jesus, man. Oh no, Tlaloc looks like he's been snorting MCAT. Mate, you want to lay off that stuff? It's bad for you. Look at the state of it. A bow before a battle. Welcome, lizard. I am Tlaloc. Now that we see one another clearly, we may begin this blood dance. Know this. My word is my unbreakable bond. I don't believe that for a minute. I wouldn't leave any drugs around you, mate. You'd have them off. You'd have them. You'd take them. Oh dear. Like, I've met this guy at so many parties, I tell you. My word is my unbreakable bond, so as long as we both show each other respect, we shall remain civil. Okay, let's just see what he's got to trade. Yeah, we won't be able to trade any spells, I don't think. Oh, you can trade mana. Okay, that's new. And resist elements, yeah. Converts the wizard's power into raw strength. It increases target units. Okay, that might be worth swapping with him. No, he's not going to have it, because... Oh, right, this is more like Fallen Enchantress, I'd say. No, he's not going to have that, okay. Right, so... Yeah, that's interesting. In Master of Magic, they usually... the AI was more willing to trade with you, I'd say. Let's have a look at the treaties. I want to start a war if it suits you. Hey? Is this asking if I want to start a war with him? And if I want to start a war with him, why would I ask him his permission? Unless that means... Does that mean starting a... Oh, I don't know. I don't understand that. Surely it would be a declaration of war. If he's saying I want to start a war, does that mean starting a war against someone else? I want to start a research treaty. Trade treaty. Okay. Okay, so he doesn't want any of this stuff. Yeah, his relations aren't very high. Okay, so this is Tlaloc stuff. Let me just go to the wizards. Wizard info. Okay, that's the mirror. Where's the... Oh, okay, it'll be in diplomacy, I guess. Right click, check wizard's details. Okay, he's death in nature. Was he always death? I don't know if maybe the AI's randomised these. I can't remember. I thought he was... Hang on, Tlaloc. Have a look at this. Just a minute. Just hold on there a sec, folks. Yeah, he was death in nature. Sorry, I thought he was chaos for some reason. I'm getting him mistaken with the guy with the goatee beard, whose name eludes me at the moment. Okay, let's carry on exploring. See what's going on here. Okay, we've got another neutral town. I can't help but feel like I should be more developed by this point in the game. Guardian spirit and unicorns. Okay. All right. What? Let me stop and sort of give you some impressions of what I think about this so far. I'm not going to go into this too deeply at the moment because I'm actually making a video for my own channel about what I think about game remakes. But spoiler alert, I don't really like them, especially if the original game's perfectly playable. Sprites, no, they'll kill me very, very quickly. So I don't really like. With all due respect to MuHa, and I think this is really, really cool. By the way, I like what they've done here. It seems like a very, very nice kind of, you know. I don't want to use the word reimagining because I don't. Like, again, that's just some kind of ugly corpo speak that usually just means soulless cash grab. But this is actually a nice remake. This is a straight remake by the looks of it. There seems to be kind of like some minor differences to things like the trade system, which is, I mean, look, this trade system straight out of. Similar to Fallen Enchantress, I guess, or you know, kind of any other fantasy 4X, and everybody knows how to do that. Look, I didn't have to look at anything other than what options I had. I already know how to use that, so that's pretty cool, right? I think the artwork's fine, even though Tlaloc looks like a crackhead. I don't know why they've made him look like that. He looks really, really ill. Like, I would not trust that guy alone at my house. I like this artwork here. I think this is really nice. I think the map graphics are really, really nice. I think the move to Hex makes sense as well. You know, I'm just going to make sure that I can see the chat as well. What do you guys think of this? Are you liking what you're seeing? Because bear in mind, Master of Magic is kind of a slow game. What's this? Let me just have a look at that. Tower of Synergy. Wizardry. Okay, I don't know what that is. I've never heard of a Tower of Synergy before. Let's get this guy moving up towards this way. I don't want to explore too far because I need to explore my boundaries. That's really what I want to be doing. It does feel like I'm hitting end turn a lot. I mean, I'm turn 32 and I've only got one spell so far. Now, to be fair, I am kind of going into... Where are we? I am going into casting skill perhaps a little bit too early. So let's get some more research up. Just try and balance these out a little bit. But I might just drop casting skill down just a touch. Yeah, that's probably wise. Now, summoning. Is there a summoning circle spell in this game, I wonder? Oh, let's go to cast spells. Bless magic spirit. No, it doesn't seem to be. Oh, that's all spells. How do we change where we cast spells to? Let's just go to the city. Okay, so right click. Okay, so how do I move this? This is what I want to know. There used to be a spell to do it. Do you have to build it now? Or am I just missing where the spell is? Assist elements. Wait a minute. Magic spirit. Maybe I have to research it. You had to research it in the original game, but it's usually there right at the start. It's the first thing that you can usually research. Where is the spell book? Okay, so yeah, that's the spells I've already got. I want to know what I want to see my options for research. Where's that? Where have you hidden it, MuHa? No. Is anybody watching? Do you know where the spell, the spell book is? That where you can see options for research, because that was a thing in Master of Magic. Is it in here? No. Okay. I'd be very surprised if they took that out. That would be a very strange move to remove that. Okay. Let's keep moving. Yeah, right. So, like, I still think the original game's pretty well playable. Now, the main argument against the original Master of Magic and Caster of Magic is the user interface, because the user interface is old at this point. I mean, I think it's a really nice user interface. It just takes a little bit of getting used to, like all UIs, I guess. But it has got some. Look, I'm quite tolerant to atypical like control methods, but Master of Magic is pretty rough. So I think that, I don't know, is just a new control method worthy of a remake? I don't know. Like, I like these graphics. Again, look, Jafar is looking a bit odd. Salutations to you, I am Jafar, and I hope the fates have brought us here with good fortune in mind. Beware, do not give me a reason for war you shall get, and it will be swift and merciless. Okay, let's just let us trade. What we got? Earth to Mud, Giant Strength. These guys aren't offering me Summoning Circle either, so I wonder if that's not a spell that you can actually get now. I want to know how you change the Summoning Circle. Give me a trade treaty. No? Alright. Go away then. I'm interested to see if my rating has gone up with Tlaloc. No, it's still uneasy. So his personality is lawful, but lawful what? So, just like Master of Orion, in the original game, the AI had two personality traits. They had one that was like lawful, and then they would have kind of erratic or something like this, right? Or, I think they had two. Am I being crazy again? I might be misremembering. Right, okay, so they had a personality and then they also had an objective as well. That was it. So there just seems to be just one now, personality. So maybe they got rid of the objective. I wonder if that's something to do with the way that the AI works. Okay, we're right at the bottom of the map here, so it's kind of like, let's just auto move this guy over this direction. Let's get this kind of guy going down this way. Now, we do want to try and find the other players ASAP, but I also want to try and find borders of our lands that are a little bit closer. Okay, we've got the Halfling Settlers out now, so yeah, I think we want to carry on with housing. You want to build housing until housing becomes too slow to build, generally speaking, because it's the population that are creating everything. Okay, that's gone down. Let's see if we can put one. Oops. Can't lower the number of farmers below the minimum that is necessary to support the town's population. Okay. Is that new? I think it might be. Okay, so we have got this excess food. We don't really... yeah, now we've got a -1. Okay, we'll just have to leave that for the time being. I'm surprised I've not got any rebels yet. So let's get these halfling settlers out, and we're going to send them up this direction, I think. And just see where they want to go. See, this is nice because it's got a lot of resources. The problem is it's only 14 population. 1. Yeah, again, it would be nice if we had a boundary that tells you like where you can build stuff. That might be a good place there on that hill. Alternatively, we've got... That's 16 and 24. Okay, the reason why I'm looking at this is because we're next to the sea. Although in the original Master of Magic, even if you were kind of with it, if the sea was in your border, you could still build a harbour. Yeah, let's just get it as close to us as we can. That's 18, 17 with 33. I think that's probably where we want to be there. Let's go and pop it on top of that mountain. And now we've got to grow some population. What's this? Oh, why are they all moving? God damn you. No, I want you to go back. No, you can go back to Myrian Shire. And these can go back as well. Ah, we've now left our town unguarded. By the way, that was really, really easy to do in the base game as well. Kale says, presumably lawful would mean he's unlikely to break treaties. Yeah, that's what it was in the original game. So they had like an objective as well. So they'd be like expansionist or, you know, expansionist or pacifist or whatever. And that would also give you a different... They had a two-dimensional personality, let's say, rather than just a one-dimensional one. Oh, why are they moving all together again? Very confusing. No, I want you to go there, right? And I want you guys to go down here. There we go. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, they have made this game even slower than the original game, which is kind of an interesting choice. I honestly would have thought that they would have tried to have sped up the early game, to be honest. Okay, let's get this outpost out. There we are. Just check the sizes of my towns now. Yeah, they're still going... Look, this is a 28,000 population maximum. They're still only doing 200 population, and I'm still building housing. I've got some money. I think probably if I go for the sawmill, let's try and get that out quick. Well, it's not going to be quick. It's going to be 8 turns, but what I'll do is I'll try and build some, get some gold up as well. So let's just close that out. Now these should still be building... Yeah, so, right, here's some feedback. I don't know if anyone from Slytherin is watching, probably not, but this is too slow for the start of the game, right? Like in the original game, your population growth was high at the start, and then it gradually decreased the bigger that you got. That doesn't seem to be the case in this one. I don't know what's going on. So, I do, right, Builders Hall, hold on, wait a minute. Adds 15 to housing, okay, so you never normally have to build that one. In fact, Builders Hall... Oh, okay, I see why I'm getting confused now. In Caster and Magic, Builders Hall does something different. Jesse Dean saying, I hope that halflings don't actually suck in the new game. I'm sure having them suck again would be on theme, but it seems like bad design. No, it's good design. They were good design in the original, and I'll tell you why. The strategy. Okay, this is where Master of Magic... I think people miss Master of Magic's subtlety in how deep it is, because all of the races have their own playstyle. Okay, so the halflings aren't designed to be a conquest faction. You what you're supposed to do with the halflings is they've got this really, really strong bonus in that they've got better farmers. Okay, look, they've got a higher production per farmer when it comes to with farmers, and they've got some other benefits as well. Like they're good against magic, but for the most part, right, what you want to be doing with halflings is you want to be getting some quick growing villages at the start. It's supposed to be quick, but this is deadly slow. I don't know why, whether this is just something to do with the new game and they've just changed it so that this starts really slow, or maybe it's just because I'm used to playing caster magic and they've tweaked it in that. Anyway, but the halflings, right, you basically use those to feed the rest of your empire, and then really what you want to do is early on you need to go and capture a city of another race, and then you take that over and then you use them for the conquest. So for example, down here, look, looks like these guys have been overtaken already, but if you took barbarians are quite strong in combat. We've got lizardmen here as well. Lizardmen are okay. Lizardmen can swim. That's the good thing about them. So you don't need walk on water spells or to build ships if you want to get over to. So the idea with lizardmen is they were a rapid expansion game, right? So you would pick those if you were also picking, let's say you were going with a chaos build and you were trying to, or no, let's say something like nature and you were building nagas and you were doing a naga rush strategy, for example. So nagas also can be used to go across water. So what you would do is you'd pick lizardmen. Lizardmen can get out and colonize other places really quick because they're not impeded by water. So they're an expansionist strategy. Halflings are a turtling empire building strategy, basically. So yeah, they deliberately suck in combat, but then that's not really what you're supposed to use them for. They're supposed to be built. You're supposed to be using them to get like really, really rapid expansion in your home cities to be able to feed the rest of your empire. Excuse me, sorry, I've just talked myself dry, so I had to have some tea. Okay, right, I want you guys to stay on guard. Let's just do some more exploring. What we got here? This looks like Tlaloc's army. Yeah, he's got lizardmen, look. So Tlaloc looks like he's... Is his base race... Nope, it was this one. Doesn't tell me what race he's using. Why not? Okay, so I'm guessing it's lizardmen. The Unrest Cure. Wait, this is the new Master of Magic? I hadn't really seen any gameplay yet. Yeah, it's only just been... The embargo's only just gone up today. Jesse's saying, yeah, I just need to get out of the Age of Wonders mindset, where you're playing a specific Civ leader, where you have just an immortal source, where here you are just an immortal sorcerer of sorts. Yeah, so in this one, you can capture other races and you can use them for expansion. I like this system better. I think Master of Magic's a better game than Age of Wonders. I gotta be honest with you. I do like I think Age of Wonders is a really, really good tactics game. I think the tactical combat in Age of Wonders 3 is really, really good. But the problem is it's just too time consuming. So as I said before, by the time I've played about 3 or 4 battles, and you know, each of those battles might have been like 15-20 minutes, I'm kind of done. And then I find the strategy layer annoys me for some reason. Like, it just doesn't feel fleshed out enough in Age of Wonders. It's just kind of basic. Now that might be because they are trying to facilitate the strongest feature of the game, which is the tactical combat. So I think that Age of Wonders 3 is actually a really well designed game. The problem is that I just can't get into it as much. I really like Master of Magic. The Unrest Cure saying, I saw Slytherin said it was coming out real soon, just kind of snuck up on me. Yeah, hang on a minute, I'll tell you when it's out. Let me just check sorry, I'm just looking at the embargo details here. Okay, so Paolo said here that they've also announced that Master of Magic Remake will be available from December the 13th, 2022. So they have actually, they've already released that. So I just wanted to make sure I wasn't breaking in any kind of NDA. Okay, right, we've researched Holy Weapon. Boy, is my magic production slow. Right, we need to get out another settler, I think. Okay, pick research. What does endurance do again? Hello, tooltip. Yes? No? Thank you, please? No? Okay, right. No tooltips. Do I have to click on it? Okay, there we are. That's the problem. I'm getting used to the tooltips now. Increases target's movement rate by 2. Now, does this work in combat as well? I think it does, doesn't it? Yeah, that's actually a pretty good spell. We've also got Earth to Mud. This is a nature spell. Earth erupts, spitting up mud onto any unit in a 3 hex area in each direction from the target hex. The effect lowers the movement points to 1. Okay, this is kind of different to the... So this one in the original game it just affects the entire battlefield, and it basically makes everyone slower. Whereas this seems to be a, you know, a hex-based thing. Let's get that. That's actually a good... It looks like it might be useful. Yeah, maybe just go back this way. This one, I probably want to be going up this kind of direction. Okay, end the turn. Kale saying, 100% agree. Age of Wonders tactics are really good, but the strategy economy is so plain, and there are very few interesting choices. Planetfall was a bit better, but not by much. Look, I mean, I think if the strong part of your game is the tactics, you don't want to be taking the player's attention away from that too much. So, I've heard other people complain about the game in a different way. They're like, you know, I kind of wish that the tactical combat was more streamlined, so that so I can carry on with the strategic side. I think that game really is a tactical combat game with a strategic layer tagged on. I think it was supposed to be a Master of Magic like. Now, if you look at the original Age of Wonders, if you check that game and see how different it is to Age of Wonders 3, you can kind of see the original vibe they were going for, and then it was like, I don't know, it kind of felt more like more like a tactics game anyway. In a sense, even the overland map a little bit, but as the games developed, they kind of just streamlined things and made it kind of more, I don't know, more modern, I suppose. But it just kind of, I don't know, the streamlining didn't seem to make the game much better. Because I think with Master of Magic, they've kind of got the level about right. The combat is fast, but it's still, you know, there's still enough going on with it that it's actually, you know, you have to use proper strategy. The ancient towers of wizardry stand untouched by entropy. Abandoned yet white with power, they serve as portals between connected worlds. Okay. Face the defenders or search the tower. The Tower of Chaos is engulfed in red-hot fire and the maniacal laughter of its followers. I'll let you guys read this. I can't be bothered with it. Okay. So I have to face the defenders now. What do we got? Fire Elemental, the Doombat, Hellhounds, Doombat, Chimeras. Yeah, these two are very, very strong. Doombat particularly is really, really strong. At least it was in the original. Mind you, its stats in this are really better than Fire Elemental. How odd. I need to assume that this is going to be very, very different to what I'm used to, because these are not looking quite what I'm expecting them to be. Anyway, Jesse saying, "Oh, December the 13th. Woot! Yeah, it's not so long." And Unrescue saying, "In the middle of the World Cup, sigh." Okay, I think this map is way too big for 3 players. I should have, by now, should have been bumped into people a bit closer, I'd say. It's kind of difficult for me to kind of visualize on this new map style with this hex map, like how far it is. But look, if you look at the amount of tiles, there's a lot. This is a big map for 4 players. And I don't know if there's anyone on mirror. So if there's... I'm expecting there's 1, 2, 3 of us on this one and then 1 player on mirror. That's usually how it works. The idea of mirror is that it's hard to start down there, but once you start getting going, you get very powerful. Also, the starting mirroring races are very, very strong. They're all really good. They're like way better than any of the ones on the normal on the on the normal map, the overland map. But it's supposed to kind of turn into an endgame threat. It's another way that Simtex kind of were way ahead of their time. They knew that these games had like the potential to get boring towards the end, so they kind of gave you a big, strong threat at the end. What we got here? Highmen Bowmen. Oh, it must be a neutral army. Okay. Okay, so we're getting attacked. I don't think I've got the spells to be able to do this. I think these will kill this thing. Non-corporeal. Yeah, I don't think this has got any defense. Like in the original, these were quite strong. Okay, so they bypass weapon immunity. It doesn't say anything about them being immune to normal melee attacks. So I'm interested just to see what happens here. Let's go into the combat because we've not seen it yet. Yeah, this game is dreadfully slow at the start, and I think part of the reason is because they've basically made it so the house building's really like slow. Okay, let's just get this thing into combat. Now, what spells do we have? Okay, that's what I expected. Good. Okay, we're going to cast a web on them. That worked by the looks of it. So these guys shouldn't be able to move till the end of the turn now. Oh, did it not work? Did it work? Yes, it is webbed. Okay. Let's get these guys in, then we'll get an attack in. Okay, it did 1 damage by the looks of it. We killed 1 model as well. Okay. Yeah, we seem to be killing them and not doing any damage back. Oh, not much damage. Now, what I want to know is... okay. Chance to hit. So, they've kept the original combat mechanics. Now, when I was watching Daz's thing, he was kind of saying there's some aspects of the game he doesn't like. I'm willing to bet that he doesn't like the chances to hit thing. Like, as Daz... He was saying... I didn't know this about Daz, by the way, but I was watching his... He was explaining the other day on one of his streams that he hates non-deterministic combat. And I'm the other way around. I hate deterministic combat. I don't want to know exactly what number I'm going to hit when I attack. I like it randomized. But Daz is the opposite. He absolutely hates it. Okay, so we've got a sawmill up now in Minesshire. So, hang on a minute. What's going on here? That's not Minesshire. That's Minesshire. That's a bit bizarre. I think that must be a bug. Okay, so we've got the sawmill up now. Just see what we've got here. Barracks. Sawmill. Builder's Hall. Okay. What next? I mean, really, we want more settlers, so let's go to settlers. And we need to start really pumping out troops now. What we got? We got 3 cities at the start. Is there any score graph in this? No, I don't think they put this. Oh, victory. Hang on, there we are. Oh no, this is just telling you what you've got to do. History. Oh, there we are. Here's the score graph. Right. So, yeah, Tlaloc's winning by a country mile. So, he's obviously had a good start here. Outpost expended. Okay, so Meadridge or Meadridge. Yeah, I need to get a builder's hall up there first. So let's get that up. We can actually buy it straight out. Let's do that. So we can kickstart the economy there. Let's get this ghosty fellow expanding our borders a little bit further. Okay, here's a earth to mud. Yeah, this is nice. This is kind of nice, but It's definitely reminiscent of the original. I do miss the animations though. I like the animations in the original game. Gotta be honest. I think I preferred that. But, you know, nostalgia goggles and all that. I think that MuHa have done their best to kind of be respectful of the original source material. Apart from putting clothes on Shari, I really don't like that. She was supposed to be naked for a reason. She's like a voodoo priestess. They don't wear clothes. But I think this is probably to get around the age rating stuff now. Okay, endurance. 20 turns. Wow, I really need to get I need to get a library up very, very fast because this is taking a long time. Yeah, let's get sprites. Sprites are very, very good. But in order to do so, I probably need to increase our research a little bit. Yeah, actually, that's not enough mana. We want to be building mana too. And we also need to get a library up, so that's going to be my next mission, I think. So what are your guys' first impressions of this? What do you think? I'm thinking that it might be that there's a combination of this map being too big for the number of players. It definitely is really, really big for 3 players. I mean, this is huge. If you look at the number of hexes on it, it's pretty big. So I'm wondering if it might be a little bit too big. But I don't know. But also, the growth speed on the building seems very, very slow. Yeah, look, we're only at 11,000. It's gone down to 120 already. I'm pretty sure... I don't know. I might just be misremembering this, but it seems to me that this seems very, very slow for what I remember. The Unrescue saying it seems pretty honest to the old MOM. A bit slow, a bit big, but I like the animations and art. Yeah, I like the artwork. I think the artwork's really nice. I think MuHa were a good choice to do this. Am I going to play this over the original? I think that will depend on whether MuHa, how close to the original Master of Magic it is, because Master of Magic is a very flawed game, and I think that Caster of Magic is way better. And I think if they've incorporated the lessons learned from the original game in, you know, that Caster of Magic is improved, then I think that, you know, then yes, I'll probably play this, because this is easy to play. The UI is definitely easier to use. What we got? Sprites? No, we're gonna win that. Oh, what did I do? Did I do the wrong thing there? Okay, so we've got more settlers out. Let's get... I think we need to get a library up here now, because it's just time for a library. Yeah, 3 turns. So let's get some settlers up. We're going to go up this way. We are going to get wandering monsters now. Oh, it's moved out with the whole army again. I want these going back. The heroes can... Mind you, the hero's not going to be much of a guard on its own, to be honest. Probably do need to get another swordsman up. By the way, this is an incredibly reckless Master of Magic play, because if you don't, like, at the moment we've hit turn 50 and we haven't got any guards in any of our villages. So I'm assuming that MuHa have kind of made it a little bit less brutal than the original, because the original was rough with that. You really had to build lots of... Let's just get this speed built. Now, I think that, like, just a few thoughts on Fantasy 4X game design. I think that you can get away with a slow build-up like this when you have a game that's got a lot of mechanics. So if you've got something like... I didn't mean to do that. If you've got something like Fallen Enchantress, where there's a lot going on with kind of like the city building and the unit, you know, the fact that you can create your own units, all the quests, the hero development, all that kind of thing. I think that you can get away with the game being a little bit slow. I think in a game like this one, where the base mechanics are, like as Dad said, they are a little bit simpler. I think you've got to be a little bit careful having the gameplay very slow like this, because I think that, I don't know, you got to be invested in the base game mechanics essentially, and if you're not sold on them, I think people are going to be like, this game sucks because it's slow. So that's one concern I would have, that if it might have been wise to kind of speed up the start of the game a little bit. Oh, I missed a load of chat. So Jesse saying I didn't play the original Master of Magic. I think unless you are willing to go back. Hold on. For those willing to follow death can suffer more mana, but they stand with life for suffer a penalty. Just accept. Alright, so we're going to lose some power here. Yeah, I think the original game's difficult to get into because of how old the user interface is. So if you're like me and you're not bothered by that, and you're willing to just kind of like, oh, we got who's this? If you're like me and you don't mind old user interfaces, basically you'll probably be fine. Got Veronica the Bard. Oh, these are orcs. Okay. You'll probably be fine. And the base game. The problem with the base game is that it's broken. It always was broken. It was never very well done. It had a lot of problems. Okay, where are we going to put this? 13 is not a lot. And the problem is we've got desert tiles around here, you see. That might be a better place. 17 and 12. Thing is, though, we want to try and cram as many cities in as we can. Now, we have got gems here as well. 9, 36, 13, 33. Let's just put it here. This is the one. Bremendale. Okay. The amount of times that I've accidentally moved that out. These guys out now, these guards. Kale saying, I also expect it to be fairly easy to mod. Thea definitely was. So I expect Caster of Magic variants in short order. Yep, maybe so. Dabuya, right. Okay, so the reason why Caster of Magic exists, by the way, is because Master of Magic was so broken. And the game needed a drastic... Well, not drastic, but the game needed a significant redesign in order to make the AI be able to play the game. I think that was the main motivation behind Caster of Magic. The biggest problem in the game was the fact that the AI was really shoddy, like really bad. If you examine Caster of Magic compared to the original Master of Magic now, Caster of Magic is much more pressure based, whereas Master of Magic, because the AI is not very strong, it's more kind of like a sandbox game. The problem is this game isn't complex enough to be a good sandbox game. So Caster of Magic is an eminently better game because it more faithfully recreates the spirit of what I think Simtex were trying to do with the original. If that makes sense. I think it's just like Remnants of the Precursors is better than Master of Orion now because it's much closer to what the developer basically really cared about what the original design goal for the game should be. And I think that if MuHa seemed to have done that, like this looks to me like Master of Magic. It really is Master of Magic, but just for the for the modern era. And despite the video I'm about to put out on my Battle Mode channel about me hating remakes and basically saying that I wish developers wouldn't do them, I think this might be one example of a remake that is done well, at least from what I've seen so far. I need to see the combat and I need to see, I need to play the game right through. But I'm liking what I'm seeing, I've got to say. I think, the reason why I didn't do that video on eXplorminate, because I knew that it would be a really unpopular opinion. And for me to go, because my opinion basically is I think remakes suck, and I really wish that developers wouldn't do them, because especially when the base game is already still playable. It's just lazy and they do it to make money quickly. That's the reason. There's no other reason. They're basically building on players' goodwill, to quickly and they don't have to bother with a lot of game design because they can just remake stuff. So I'm generally against them. They're just usually crap. But I'm pleasantly surprised by this. When Rob said, "Do you want a copy of Master of Magic?" I said to him, "I'm not that bothered because I don't really care about remakes, and I think the original game's good." But actually, now I've played it, I'm pleasantly surprised. I think this is really nice. Dabuya saying, I think really the main flaw of Master of Magic is that the AI sucks. Caster of Magic fixes that, but maybe MuHa games can too. Yeah, I hope so. there's the reason why the original AI in Master of Magic wasn't very good is because, one, the game was full of broken mechanics even for a player. So there was a whole lot of spells that didn't do anything. They were like redundant spells. The AI seemed to favour some of those redundant spells as well, so it's automatically playing at a disadvantage. There was some actual broken stuff in the AI as well, like literally things that were bugged so that the AI just didn't work. I don't know why I keep moving this guy out. So yeah, but even once the bugs were fixed, the community found the AI still wasn't very good. Like Cerevi says, I think Cerevi actually, the developer of Caster of Magic, he said that, I think he actually did the most recent community patch for the base game, and he said even that isn't going to, the AI is still not going to be very good, and the reason is because the base game mechanics don't suit the AI, like don't suit the game to be able to be played by an AI. Caster of Magic also changes some interesting things, like for example roads. You can build roads in this game, right? And the roads are we're building housing here now. I need to switch this. Let's get more settlers out. Okay, 4 turns. See, now that's a little bit better. I'm starting to get my head around which part of the game I'm in now. It did feel a little bit slow, but actually, maybe I'm just... I mean, it's not even that long since I played Caster of Magic. I actually played Caster of Magic about 2 weeks ago. So maybe it's just me being a bit dim. But it doesn't... Yeah, I don't think this is much slower than the base game, actually. I think the issue is that the map's a lot bigger. Shadow Demons. Those guys are great. They can plane shift in the original. I wonder if they could do it in this. Yeah, they can plane shift. Look, so these guys can actually, if you're using death magic and you get this high, you can actually get into the other planes and explore mirror, and that's really, really awesome. Okay, all right, we've got the halfling swordsman up here now, so that means we can probably get this hero. Honestly, I haven't seen any neutral armies yet, so I'm just going to explore a little bit. We are on our own little kind of like continent here. I haven't gone further down this way, and I really need to. So let's see if we actually got any... I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to summon up another ghost, another spirit. Where are we? Magic spirit, there we are. But that will come up next turn. Let's just get these guys guarding. By the way, normally you don't want to explore with heroes. It's a really bad idea. There we go. There's the magic spirit. Yeah, after I saw what MuHa did with the intro, by the way, to this game, I thought they recreated the intro to this game really nicely. I wish they'd kind of done something with the animation. Like, one of the things that I really like about the original game is how wonderful the animation is. Even though it's kind of basic, it's really, really nicely done. And this character art, I don't know, it's just kind of, it feels a bit too gritty. Like like, look at this guy. This guy is like, that is not a face that's been lived in. That's a face that's been squatted in. Like that guy's been doing the party scene for like about 30 years. This is like the old guy that you meet at the party who's been a drug dealer for like 60 years and he's just never grown out of it. That's what I look at when I see Tlaloc. He looks, that's like Keith Richards. Maybe blood magic just takes it out of you. I mean, again, this guy, he looks like he's high. Like, why is his eyeballs rolling up into the back of his head? Like, seriously, look what this guy's had so much MDMA he can't even see straight. I don't really like this artwork, I've got to say. I think I like the style, but it just feels a bit like, I don't know, too it's just too MuHa. I think that worked in Thea, because Thea's meant to be like a dark sort of, a kind of a dark Slavic, fairy tale thing. I loved the artwork in the original Thea. I thought it was so well done. They knocked it out the park in that game, and I think Thea 2 also, from what I played of it, looked really good. I feel like it's a little bit too gritty here. Like, I kind of miss, I kind of miss the more cartoon style of the original. Like Freya, was like some sort of like Barbie doll bimbo. That's kind of what she looked like to me anyway. Like, kind of, the blonde hair and, and I don't know, like I kind of, I see what they've gone for. I think it's cool. It's just a different style, isn't it? And this is definitely nostalgia goggles now, and I can't really complain. I think they've made a nice job of it. I do. Look, these guys look bad though. I mean, look at that dude. Like seriously, what is wrong with him? Like, just don't do crystal meth, kids. Seriously, it's bad for you. I'm sorry, I can't say your name. SP for SPAC. Space Cat. Okay, Space Cat. Space Cat saying, lol, geezer, definitely darker. Yes, it's definitely darker. It's a darker interpretation of Master of Magic. But like, look, if you're going to do that, when you do the spell summoning, why not, animate them? Maybe it's too expensive, but like I said, they did such a great job with the they did such a great job with that intro. Slavers visit Myronshire. You can buy some of their population. Go on then. I've never seen that one before. Now, in case any of you are wondering why it's actually got this date instead of just a turn number, there are certain things in the original that like certain buildings and stuff that you can only build after a certain date. I don't know if that's still the case in this. And again, I might be thinking of Caster of Magic. Right, did we get that ghost up? Yeah, there we are. Well, I want this one going out this way, because I've been really slack and I've not actually explored out here, which is really stupid of me. Okay, we've got a settler up. It's funny, you know what? I'm actually starting to really enjoy this. I think it's really cool. I think it's really, really nice. Okay, so the construction queue is empty here. How many settlers do we want here? I think we want another 2, don't we? So, no, another 1. Foresters Guild, Miners Guild. The shrine adds 1 power. That might be helpful. Reduces unrest. Now we don't have any. Oh, we have got unrest. Ah, there we go. So we definitely want to get the shrine up now. It's going to cost 400 to build. We've only got 200 gold at the moment. Let's also have a look at some of these other towns, see how they're getting on. Ah, the granary. There we go. Let's get a granary up. Actually, do we even need a granary with halflings? Yeah, +2 maximum population. Yeah, this does increase population growth, so we do want that. Brummendale, this is still going with housing. I think we need to get the smithy up there first. That's usually the first thing we want. I'm going to actually rush build that. Let's see if we can queue up the Builders Hall next. Okay. Okay, so yeah, to summarise what I was saying earlier on, I was expecting to really be kind of unimpressed by this, to be honest with you, and I'm actually I'm pleasantly surprised. I think it's actually really nice. Okay, we've got that smithy up. Let's just go around these lizard men. Okay, we're trespassing in the boundaries of our opponents. Now, in the original game, they really did not like that at all. They got really upset. Okay, so we are on a little continent now. I wonder if I can get a city here. Yes. Oh, no, I can't. Nope. Too close. Too close. What about here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will be able to once I clear it out. However, cockatrices are pretty strong. Look at that guy. I do like the monster art. MuHa do have access to some excellent artists, I've got to say. This is simple but just really, really nicely designed. And as an artist myself, I can appreciate when art is really well done. I do fine art, not design graphics, so I absolutely suck at graphics. So when people can do good quality artwork for games like this, I'm so jealous. Yeah, these guys are still going to be doing farming. Right, yeah, what we really want to do now is try to get up a shipyard, and then we want to get out and start taking some. I think we might have been a bit too slow off the mark. Now, we have got lizards here, lizard men, and gnolls. Gnolls are, I don't know if Jesse's still watching, but gnolls are also a rush faction. a race for rushing. They're very, very good at the start. They're really strong. The problem is with gnolls is they don't have some of the late game stuff. So again, what you want to do with gnolls is you want to rapidly expand, use their you know, fast moving troops to get out and take other you know, other races, and then you kind of switch over to like high men or orcs later. Lizardmen, spearmen, we should be able to beat these. And hopefully we can do it without using any magic. Now, like, spearmen are the worst. They're just like the worst, crappiest unit, and they shouldn't be able to hurt me, really. Oh, they did? Okay. Did they take any damage back? No. That's weird. Alright, so let's see what we can do. Starfire probably isn't going to do enough damage. Strength 15 attack. Let's do it anyway and just see what happens. Okay, that's not going to work then. Let's just attack normally to see what happens. Are they resistant to me? 5 attack. 30% chance to hit. They don't have any special abilities. Okay, I must have just missed. Okay, we're going to lose this, I think. Unless we're lucky. Now, we could web them up again. The problem is it's kind of using a lot of mana. Where is my mana? Mana. Oh, there we are, 36. I don't know if it's worth spending 30 mana healing this thing, to be honest. Let's just do that for the lols and just see what happens, see if we can defeat them. No, they can still fight back. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have affected them. Interested to see if they follow me. Yep, they want to kill me. Oh, they leave the dead models on the turf. Oh, sorry, on the hex. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's just see if I can end this. I should be able to win this, I think. It's not looking good. I think we've had some bad luck here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we've lost. Yeah, normally I'd fancy one of those guys winning against spearmen, basic spearmen. Space Cat saying wild. Yeah, that's what I think. Let's see what Keith Richards wants. I'd be interested in obtaining mana. Would you like to would you like to trade, my friend? So what does he want? He wants mana. I've only got 6 mana. Go on then. At least offer something. Give me 200 gold. No, he doesn't want that at all, so... Hang on. How does this work? What am I looking at here? So, oh, this is how much is going over. Okay, I see. So, what is it? 6? Trade treaty. Okay, go away then. No, he's just, I know he's probably going to keep popping up on my radar asking to trade stuff. Okay, Shuri's leveled up even though she's not been doing anything. No, no, I don't want you to go that way. Damn it, that way. Let's get away from this city because that usually annoys them. By the way, guys, anybody who's watching is interested. I believe that the original Master of Magic is currently available on GOG for free. I'm just going to double check that because I don't want to be giving you false information. But I believe that it was. Hold on, let's Master of Magic. Oh no, it's not free anymore. I think the deal must have ended. Oh, hang on. Oh no, it's on sale, so it's £2.39. So whatever that is in your local currency, but yeah, the original Master of Magic's a really good game. Okay, so we've got a shrine built now in Mindshare. So that's it's gonna remove one of the rebels. I'm making a bit of an excess here. Okay, so we can't have them any more workers here. You've got to be a bit careful with halflings. You don't want to be wasting money or wasting food. We can't get any less there either. Yeah, and by the way, this mechanic is in the original because I remember it is. Okay, so yeah, we're just wasting a little bit, but that's okay. You for every 2 you get 1 gold, so it's not the end. You're not completely wasting it. What should we get next? Armory allows more units and also unlocks a building path. Farmer's Market's good. It adds 30 people per turn. It's kind of worth getting up early, I think. The only thing is it adds more food and we are already wasting food. I think we probably should get some... Yeah, let's get some Halfling Bowmen up. I think I'm just going to get a bunch of units. We need to get some troops in here. After that, I'll probably get the city walls. What are these guys? These guys are building housing as well. I think we should switch now to... Yeah, let's get the granary, a library, sawmill, and then we'll get a bunch of... Oh, we can't get those because we haven't got the sawmill yet. Okay, let's go to close. Me Ridge. This one's also building housing, and I think they probably... Oh, imagine they've only got 4,000. Let's get the sawmill up and I'll pay for it if I can. Oh no, I haven't got 400. Let's just wait a few turns. We'll get that up. I think that's probably better than trying to struggle through building housing with such a low amount of production points. Okay, we bumped into Elizabeth Spearman. No, let's just not engage. Attacking my town was a big mistake. Prepare for war. Oh, okay. I didn't mean to. So we're at war with Tlaloc now, I think. Yeah, he hates me. He's at war. All right, no worries. He's going to start sending stuff over at me. So we do need to build up our towns. I didn't realise I'd attacked him. So obviously it considers just walking into it as a declaration of war, which is fair enough. Let's just try and pester him now then, if we're at war. Oh, he's only got spearmen, look. Yeah, we're not going to win, and the reason is because he's going to be using magic. Let's not waste our monsters. What we need to do now is we want to switch over to getting mana. Casting skill is important, but I'm just going to drop that down for the time being. Let's get some mana and keep on with the research. I want lots of mana, and the reason being is because we can actually transmute. We want to get war bears up. We want to start building some of those guys. Now I think it's going to be difficult for him to get over. He might be able to get over with lizard men though. Ah, I've got another hero. Yes, definitely want one of you. Kale saying, already at 73 over 100, about time for some warfare. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have chosen normally to do that. We can't win with those. Oh, okay, we failed the flea roll. Okay, so these guys are just going to defend. We need to get a decent amount of troops. Ah, we've got settlers as well. I'd forgotten about them. Let's get these guys... Where do we want to go? Going to have to be on this peninsula here. We can get one up here too. Now in the old game, if you sit an army on the tiles, you can actually... it prevents them from getting those it prevents them from actually farming the tile. So you can actually starve enemy cities out by surrounding them, which is I really like doing. But it's quite a fun little thing to do. I think we need to think about getting some troops up here. So let's get spearmen come up quite quickly. Let's just get a bunch of spearmen there. Ridge again. Let's just get some spearmen up because they come out fast. They're not very good, but they're better than nothing. I'm going to build that builder's hall, and then let's get some spearmen. No, these guys. That's not a good idea. I've changed my mind. I'm actually going to go for housing. Okay. Wow. Yeah, we only get 100 turns. I mean, honestly, you're not really going to see very much of Master of Magic if you are only limiting people to 100 turns. It's a long game. Well, I say long. I mean, you can play it quite quick. I think what's really nice about this is the UI. Now I've got used to it. It's a lot easier to pass and just to play than the old game, without a doubt. Okay, we're building city walls here. Let's just put one of these guys into farming. There we are. Oh no, maybe I think probably better just... Oops. Yeah, let's leave it as it was. If you really want to, you can kind of min-max that. That's the wrong button. Yeah, we need more mana because we want to get some. We want some war bears because they're a decent unit. Yeah, these guys should be just building housing, I think. Okay, he's built a load of stuff here now. He's got some skeletons up. Lizardman, spearmen. Yeah, 100 turns really isn't enough to be able to show off what's going on in this, especially with the maps being so big. I think what I would have done if I'd have known is I'd have made the maps a lot smaller, so that I could, you know, I could have shown off more of the gameplay. Keep moving. Let's keep fleeing. I might just move out into the water here so they can't actually attack me. They have got an army coming though, and we need to be aware of that. Now that is... where is it? Down here. Let me just remind myself what they've got. A skeleton's amphibious. I don't think they should be. Yeah, I don't think they are. I don't remember them being able to swim. These guys are though. Ah, hold on, water movement. Let me just check for the skeletons. No, they don't have water movement. Alright. Just hide those guys there. Sprites. Okay, the sprites are really, really good. They are a ranged unit with a very powerful magic attack. They only get a couple of attacks. But those attacks, if you make them count, they are game-changing. So, let's get to pick research. Summoning circle, there we go. Okay, I don't know why that wasn't available for... This is usually one that is rubber-banded that you find early. And what I mean by rubber-banded, by the way, is that the game gives it an increased percentage chance of coming up early, to the point where it pretty much should come up right at the start. The fact that it hasn't is really weird. MuHa need to change that. This needs to be in your initial pick of spells, in my opinion. I think that not having that as an initial pick of spells is really, really bad idea. I do like the inverted pentagram here. which by the way is a really, really evil symbol. I think the game is going to end just as my throat is about to give out, so it's probably not a moment too soon. Okay, let's get this outpost up. Cheshire. Okay, so we have got some of the original British town names. Okay, we've got a city wall up in Mindshire, so... let's get the armory up so we can start getting some better units. Okay, that's just telling me something I already knew. Yeah, let's just get those spearmen out. Ah, Just Cause will be... I forgot I'd actually got taken Just Cause. I think we're going to go for War Bears though. Let's try and get War Bears up. Now we're going to have to move some magic over. Might even alchemize some. Hang on. Do I type a number in? There we go. Okay, we'll get the War Bears out next turn. I like the idea of a town named Drywater. That is pretty bizarre. Okay, let's get those guys on guard. Really what we want to do is we want to get across the Lizard Marsh here and take these towns. There's also a mana node here and a nature one at that, which will be very, very useful for us later on in the game. Had a good season. Myrene has had a good season. It will likely thrive thanks to the good fortune. Accept this outcome or consider your choices. What are the choices? No, I don't want to do that. Oh, okay, mana gain. Awesome. So we're going to get extra mana. And here's some War Bears. I like the collar that they're wearing. It's very cool. Okay, armory's gone up. So actually, they're not building anything now. Let's get... oh, we can get shamans up now. They're good. Oh, and the slingers are also really good. Halfling slingers, I know it sounds like they're not going to be as good as bowmen, but they are. For a start, they've got 8 figures. And they do like more damage as well. So these are actually a really good unit. Especially when they're buffed up. Let's get some shaman out first though, and then get some slingers. I probably want one more settler as well. Or maybe I'll get it out from here. No, I think I'm going to get some spearmen first. Okay. So I'm going to keep these guys patrolling around there, just so I can get some eyes on what's coming out of Tlaloc's territory here. Okay, Tlaloc's Tachkans here. Let's just flee. Okay, managed to kill us. We also want to get more War Bears up, I think. So let's get another... oh, that's not what I wanted. It's cast spells. There we are. Maybe I'll go for... sprites instead. They are kind of more expensive. However, we can alchemize gold. So let's do that. So those guys should come up this turn. Okay, we've got the halfling shamans. So let's have a look. 88 tests. Let's see if we can get some combat done. The problem is I haven't got any way of getting at him. So can we build a ship? I think if I can, it's probably not going to come out in time now. Ah, damn this turn limit. I'm quite surprised that they've only put a 100 turn limit on it. Maybe they don't want Let's Play people spoiling the game. And if that's the case, by the way, that is very, very smart, because this is something I learned during the run-up to Warhammer 3's release, Total War Warhammer 3, was by the time the game was released, I'd watched so many hours of people playing it But I kind of didn't need to play it. I kind of was like, I don't know, I'm kind of done with that game now. I've already watched someone else play it. So yeah, maybe that's why they're doing that. Maybe they think that that's kind of, you know, they shouldn't really be spoiling their own game too much. Oops. So we need to switch over some workers to farmers. There we go. Ah, here we go. Right, we've got an army coming over. There's only 2 units, so this should be something that we can actually meet out in the field, I'd say. Let's take the dervish. Oh, the magic. He's probably going to get zapped. I wonder if I can figure out what spells he's got. One thing I've learned about heroes in this game is they die so easily. They're like disappointingly easy. You really need to give them magic items and stuff in order to make them stronger. Okay, let's just settle this back up a little bit. Yeah, we've only got 24 casting skill anyway, so we're kind of limited with what spells we can get. Let's get. I want to get the huntress back down here. It's going to take her a while. Now I think it seems like they've replaced engineers with settlers in this game, so I might build some more settlers and then get them to build some roads. Now let's get. I don't care if he dies. It's just going to happen, isn't it? Let's just get these guys out, and we're gonna go out and meet this army here. But let's just end turn to see where he goes. Now what I don't want him to do is to see my big army and run away. So let's just see how close he gets. Okay, we made a halfling spearman here. Oh. Okay, yeah, because we're building military units now, we're having to put more of our troops over to more of our people over to farmers in order to sustain the troops that we've got. It's a very, very elegantly built game, this. We've got some sprites up too. Look at that. She looks like a catwalk model. And I do like a hat though, that's cool. Okay, so sprites, warbears. Let's get the dervish. I'll have the halfling. Yeah, let's just take these guys out. I'm interested to see if we can get the AI to attack us anyway. If he's smart, he won't. Like, if it's smart, then it'll just run away. But we'll see. What are you? What? Hang on. What's happening here? Okay, here we go. So we've got some combat. So he's got some lizardmen halberdiers that are wounded for some reason, and some spearmen up against Bishan the dervish. We've got warbears, sprites, halfling swordsmen, halfling bowmen, and halfling shamans. Okay. Okay, so here's the combat. Now, I'm interested to know if the terrain gives you any bonuses in this game. I can't remember. I know there was movement bonuses in the original. Let's get these swords moving up. Hold on. No, they can't. Okay, so we can just move the warbears. Put Bashan on this hill. And he's going to attack with his bow. Didn't seem to do any damage, so... Okay, Shaman should be able to attack with long range attack as well. I think. Yeah, they got a range attack. They don't seem to be in range. Now you do have limited ammunition. Now these guys should be able to attack out from here, yeah. 40%. Okay, they only get 4 attacks. Let's not bother with any of this. We're not going to need it, but I'm kind of interested to see. Are these guys going to move too? Okay, we're still only 40. Do we get any bonuses by being closer? Nope. Okay, he's going for the warbears. Let's try and take out these spearmen first. Okay, Bishan missed there. Okay, that did some damage, look. We actually killed a couple of models. We've got some bowmen here too, we're going to attack too. There we go, we killed another. And then finally the shaman are going to attack. Now the shaman should have a spell too. They should have a healing spell. Now, these warbears... Hang on, those spearmen? Okay, yeah, we should wreck these spearmen. Okay, we lost... I'm surprised those warbears did no damage on that first attack. There's only 2 models now. Is that how it was originally? I can't remember. I'm sure they had more models than this. Like, warbears should be able to wreck spearmen. Spearmen have no right to be able to beat warbears. If they've changed the game like that, then I'm kind of not happy. Okay. Yeah, this is a bit of a ruffle stomp. Obviously, we've got much stronger forces. Let's just use a healing spell on these warbears just so we can... There we go. See it working. Why can't they move? Oh, they've been... oh, they've got black sleep, that's why. They've been put to sleep. Now, actually, it would have been smarter for me to heal with the shaman. Yeah, we should kill those. Oh, yeah, okay, so I don't know why Tlaloc attacked me there. Like, he knew he was going to lose. It might be that the AI is not kind of designed to... to win. Oh dear, yeah, maybe. The AI is obviously not designed to win. Let's get these guys back into this city, into Mindshare. Come on, in you go. Why will you not move? Oh, it's run out. Run out turn movements. Halfling. Oh, right. Oh, that's one of his sprites. I see. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a dead thing. Yes, good game. Good game. Yeah, this... I might be able to... oh, only effective versus chaos and death creatures. Okay. Now we need to get close and take these guys out. Now they shouldn't be able to shoot me if they're webbed up. There we go, look. Oof, they got out. How did that work? Well, we're going to be lucky to survive this, so... Mind you, they only did 1 damage. Why have they nerfed the fairies? Either that or the tooltips that's not showing the hit point change. We need to web those guys. Oh, we can't do it now. We don't have enough hit points. Well, they only get 4 attacks, but I can't actually hurt them because they're flying. So, I'm interested to see how this game deals with this. This is the correct tactics. Right, he's now run out of ammo. So, I should be able to just move up now. But... if the game is like the original, these should just be able to run around me and I shouldn't be able to attack them at all. And because I've no longer... Oh, they can attack! Why can they attack a flying unit? Oh no, that sucks! You shouldn't be able to attack flying units with a ground unit. What's the point of it being flying? Well, it seems like they've taken out one of the main one of the really kind of interesting features from the original game, which was that flying units were not able to be attacked by ground units. I really, really want MuHa to explain why they've done that. I bet you the only reason I can think of is that they think that it's not fun originally when you first find that out. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like that change. I don't know why they would do that. That just seems like a bit of a bad move to me. Yeah. What I might do is moving into one of these, I don't know what you call them, sorry. The Fallen Temple, whatever. Let's see if we can get an army together and do that. Because at least when we get a little bit more combat before the turn time it runs out. The reason why I don't always go for these is because honestly, even in the base game, I kind of forget about it. Let's get the bears going. And I think I'll have the shaman as well. And these guys can go in and guard this. Next turn they can move in. Okay, place may be guarded. Oh, it's just ghouls. Yeah, let's just come on this. This should be easy. Ghouls have got a range attack, and they will turn your units into undead units if they survive. If you win the combat, but... might have to zap them from range. Oof. Get his slingers in range. Oops. No! Don't know why it keeps opening that. Okay, didn't do any damage. Okay, the fairy's magic attack did a reasonable amount of damage though. %50 to hit. He gets much better attack chances once he's close. Now, oh no, that's just because the Huntress has leveled up, I think. Yeah, look, she's got 50. Look, her ranged attack has gone up. Gone up to 7, and the percentage is 50% as well. She's actually really good. Going in and attack with these guys. I didn't have enough movement range to attack. Oops. Okay, he just managed to hurt himself. Here we go with the slingers. Yeah, slingers are really strong. Okay, got leveled up on the slingers and on Zaldrun the Sage. Oh, in fact, all of them. They all leveled up. Okay, let's go and clear out the rest of them. I think we've only got 4 turns left, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to see any more now. So yeah, we're coming to the end of the stream. I'm interested to know what you guys think. Like, what do you think of this game? Are you excited for it? Are you interested in it? Does it look like the sort of thing that you'd be interested in buying and playing? Is it different enough from Master of Magic for you to warrant buying it? Because it is. I mean, it really feels like the. You know, it just feels like Master of Magic. It doesn't feel. It feels very, very similar. Like, so. The thing that I've said in my scripted video about remakes is that I don't really mind remasters, and I distinguish the difference between remakes seem to often change game mechanics, right? So, or people who remake them kind of often they change something about it, like they either try and inject some new politics into it, or they try to kind of rewrite the story, or you know, whereas a remaster is just literally bringing the game up to, like, you know, higher resolution graphics and that kind of thing. I think this qualifies as a remake rather than a remaster, because it's not just kind of like, you know, bringing up Master of Magic's graphics. It's actually changing quite a lot. But I think as far as remakes concerned, this is a nice one because it is very, very close to the original game. I think it's so close actually that it's, you know, it does feel like Master of Magic. Anyway, folks, yeah, let us know what you think. And anybody who's watching this later on, please let us know in the comments. Do you like this game? Are you interested to play it? Do you think the MuHa have done a good job? I think they have. I was absolutely expecting to be very unimpressed with this game, and I've come out of it feeling like, yes, this is really good. I think I'd like to play it. Okay, folks, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching eXplorminate, guys. Take care.